spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on, everybody. I'm singing and dancing with my mind stayed on spirit. Singing and dancing with my mind stayed on spirit. Singing and dancing with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Can't hate my neighbor, can't hate my neighbor with my mind stayed on spirit. Yeah, can't hate my neighbor with my mind stayed on spirit. Can't hate my neighbor with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Yeah, woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah, you sound great. Okay, I am choosing heaven today. Who's gonna choose it with me? Yeah. Well, I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Let's choose a little bit of love, shall we? I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of love right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Joy! I'm choosing joy today. Yes, I am. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. And we're back to heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Woo. I love it when y'all join in and clap along.
So good morning, Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Good to see everyone. Yes, thank you. I don't know why I always forget that. So yeah, how about these musicians? Are they fabulous? Belle Zhang on piano and Shannon Modrell as our vocalist. Beautiful, beautiful. You get us all going. Thank you. So Ahava is the Hebrew word for love. And we gather together each Sunday knowing that love is always the answer. I am Kathy Jones. I'm a member of your core council, and I'm your host today. So who are we? We are a conscious community committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. We are an open and affirming community, so whoever you are And wherever you are on your spiritual path of discovery, you are absolutely welcome here. If you are joining us via live stream, please say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. That helps our ratings, you know that. And if you are in the room, you can take out your phones, mute them, and share some pictures and inspirations of our service today. So, do we have first-time guests? I don't see anybody right now, but we may have a first-time guest online, so we welcome you, and that's wonderful. We're always happy to have anyone joining us for the first time. So we also love to acknowledge our volunteers. Many, many, many hands and hearts go into putting this service on today. So much love, so much goodness out here in our community, and we appreciate every single person. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes too, lots of things. In fact, I'm going to make a shout out right now to Colleen Steele and Rev Jenna, who have gotten our vegetable and herb garden planted. You may have seen that when you came in. Everything beautiful and growing. Yes, thank you. Oh, and Eloise Promachenko also, yes. So, yeah, we're growing, and the last time I was here, I swear they've grown 6 inches since I was here last. So, keep an eye on that, and we appreciate that, y'all. So we have a fabulous vision at Ahava and a purpose. Our vision might be up there in a minute. There we go. Thank you. You can repeat after me. We are an inclusive community. Committed to global transformation. Through personal evolution. And our purpose, you all know this because we do this. Wake up, step up, and make a difference. Today's affirmation, if you'll repeat after me, I celebrate all of me as the fullness of love. And I invite you now to just settle in, take a deep breath, and enjoy our centering song, followed by prayer with Reverend Jenna Evergreen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. In a world full of chaos and noise, so I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God. I find myself.
In the silence, God is. God is all there is. There is one life, one amazing power that is love, that is peace, that is joy, that is freedom, that is power, that is everything. One life, and we are that one life. That one life is living as each of us. That one life is us. We are that same peace, that same love, that same joy that God is. We are spirit in bodies in form. This is amazing. And we are so blessed by our minister, Reverend Bob, today. We are blessed by our musicians. Our amazing musicians feel their heart and soul are singing. We are blessed by all the hands and hearts that go together to make this service, this beautiful space, this sacred space called Ahava. And we are so blessed by the love that we share in this community. It's so special. In so much gratitude, I let it be. And so it is.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. Beautiful.
Our reading will be done by the lovely Kathleen Henderson.
All About Love today. It's from All About Love by Bell Hooks. And this reading is kind of personal. I, as a great-grandmother of 6, everyone who has witnessed the growth process of a child from the moment of birth on sees clearly that before language is known, before the identity of caretakers is recognized, babies respond to affectionate care. Usually they respond with sounds or looks of pleasure. As they grow older, they respond to affectionate care by giving affection, cooing at the side of a welcomed caretaker. But affection is only one ingredient of love. To love truly, we must learn to mix various ingredients. Care, affection, recognition, respect, commitment, and trust, as well as honest and open communication. And that's a biggie.
I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. and I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart could understand that love and only love can join the tribes of man. And I would give my heart's desire so that we all might see. The first step is to realize it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? 'Cause when we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything. Keep believing in the power. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Oh, yes, I do. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
It didn't fall. That's good. Good morning, everyone. Wow, it's so good to be back. It's good to see you all. It's good to be in the Kathy and Bob show again. It's wonderful. I so appreciate the way you hold the space when you lead this. There's an energy of love and of support that's just right here, and it's just in who you are. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. It makes it my job easier. Yes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Love can build a bridge. Thank you so much. And I love this. I don't know if you guys on camera could see the pants, but the outfit is like, 1970s is what it took me back to. So I found myself feeling loving it. It's good. It's great. It's good to be here, good to be in a place where I'm loved and where you're loved and where love is all around and all in us. It's even in the name. You know, you get up in the morning, you decide, well, what am I going to do today? I'm going to go to Ahava. I'm going to go to love. I mean, just by choosing to show up, you're choosing love. Even if you didn't know that when you first heard the word and the name of this place. So, keep choosing love, keep choosing heaven. It's exciting. So breathe with me. Let's take a moment and take a good deep breath and let it go. And another one. And let that go. And one more. And as we sit here in the silence, what are we doing? We're creating love. Every time you take a breath, we don't breathe ourselves. If you don't believe it, try to hold your breath till you fall over dead. You can't do it. Your body won't let you, because it is spirit itself, it is life itself that breathes us. And we all have heard in almost every religious tradition, love is another word for God or spirit or life. So love breathes you and won't let you stop breathing on your own. Now, the time does come when we all do that, but that's not what we're talking about. Yeah. Love breathes us. It's the very energy of the universe that creates and is giving of itself in a way that it brings life and love and all that is to us. Ernest Holmes says this in the New Thought Dictionary: the spirit of love is not to be confused with mere sentimentality. Now, we all know that part of it, right? The ushy-gushy stuff that makes us cry sometimes. Nothing wrong with that, he says. Although all forms of love, including sentimentality, are aspects of it, it is a great transforming power which brings everything into harmony. Build a bridge. It is the underlying principle, the creative element, and the motivating power of all that is fine and noble in life. So whether you even recognize it as love, it is the stuff underneath and behind everything that is noble, and harmonious and cool and good. It's the metaphysical treatment, or a spiritual mind treatment, as we call it around here. It is the healing force. It is what makes treatment work. It is what makes our lives shift and change as we call out a new thing. Spiritual law goes to work, but spiritual law is just love in action. It is love moving through us and around us. One of the most difficult things about doing this talk, and it's bad form to talk about your talk, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's so interesting because almost every minister in every denomination, their first talk is about love. And it's been statistically proven that it's true across the board. And the hardest thing about that is figuring out what not to say, because I only have 2 hours here to do this. And so we got to choose and pick and pull the things that actually work, and then we want to share some part of that, because you can't tell the whole story of love. Love is infinite. How do we do it? Same thing when we talk about God itself. You can't get the whole story in, because the whole story hasn't been told yet or experienced yet. The whole story of love hasn't been told yet or experienced yet. We are still living it and walking it out and bringing it through. And we are living in times where love is absolutely bubbling under the surface and showing up in all sorts of places and forms and strangeness and weirdness and wonderfulness and all that stuff. Showing up everywhere. Ram Dass, who's also one of my favorite writers and teachers, he's my generation, so I can claim him. He says, and he lived and studied in the East and became quite a teacher of Buddhism. I think it's Buddhism, maybe Zen. I can never quite figure out where all his stuff comes from. But anyway, he says, unconditional love really, 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 really exists in each one of us. You already got it. It's you. It's who you are. It is a part of our deep inner being. And it is not so much an active emotion as it is a state of being. You are love. It's not, I love you for this or that reason. It's not, I love you if you love me. Darn it. It's love for no reason. Love without an object. It's just sitting in love. And love that incorporates the chair and the room and everything around us. We're standing on it. We're sitting in it. We're living it. We're breathing it. That's my addition. Yeah. The thinking mind sometimes is extinguished in love. You know how that goes? If you see something that just catches you like a beautiful, beautiful sunset or a beautiful sight or a beautiful person, and you just feel the love and your mind just stops. We've all had those moments, right? Where you meet somebody and you can't even talk to them because all you can feel is all this, oh my gosh, you can't even put a name on it. It's amazing. It's wonderful. So the title of today's talk comes from, and it wasn't my choice, this came from CSL. And the cool part is centers all over the world today are speaking the same speech, talking about these same things, each with our own flavor and ideas. But the title is, I want to know what love is. Does that sound like a song? I see some people already singing out here. Yep. As soon as I read it, I started humming it. Fun song. Do you know who first wrote it and sang it? Come on, guys. Those of you who've been around a while. I hear the voice, but 1984.
Was it the same band that popularized it?
Yes. Foreigner. You got it. Foreigner. Yes. She gets the prize. And the drummer for that group wrote the words, and then the singer tweaked it and helped structure it into form. And here's what it says. I want to know what love is. I got to take a little time to think things over and better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. Now this mountain I must climb feels like the world upon my shoulders. Through the clouds, I see love shine, keeps me warm as life grows colder. I want to know what love is. In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again. Can't stop now. I've traveled so far to change this lovely, lonely life. I want to know what love is. I want to know what love is. I know you can show me. That's the line that always blew me, kind of twisted my head up, because I'm like, who? Who's the you that can show me? Well, you know, when this song came out, I was a much younger man, and I looked for that in all kinds of people. Show me what love is, please. I need to know. I don't know, but you love me well enough, and maybe I can figure it out. You ever have that one? Kind of like Ram Dass was talking about trading off here. So I've learned some things over the years, though, about what love is and what it isn't. First of all, when this band and the singers talked about it, and they talked about what it was really about, they weren't talking about, I want you, some person, to show me what love is. I want you, the universe, to show me what love is. And I want you, the me that's inside of me, to show me what love is. Yeah, it's not someone else. It's the infinite. And for today's talk, we're going to look at looking within ourselves to find out what love is. Because part of what we're going to do this whole month, or what you're invited to do, is to look at and think about and court your relationship with love within yourself. Now, that's not a selfish thing. I want to say that real quick, because you got to start there. You know, Jesus, that great teacher that gets quoted all the time, he said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. That wasn't a commandment. It was a statement of what's possible. Because I don't think you can love anybody else any more than you can love yourself. You can try, and people try that a lot, and they try to get other people to behave a certain way so they can love them better so you can love yourself better. Anybody ever heard of that? Kind of like codependency? Yeah. Like, if you would just straighten up your life and live the way I think you should, and I know would be better for you, then I can love you. Really? Okay. Doesn't work, does it? That's not what love is. That's about bargaining for something. My teacher, Dr. Kennedy Schultz, had a wonderful talk. I had a bunch of wonderful talks, but one of the ones that has been so sunk into my brain is love is not a commodity. Love is not something that's like a commodity that you can give or get. It's something that just is who we are. You can't get it from someone by pleasing them. It can look like you do, but you don't get it from them. How many people here ever fell in love? No hands? Oh, I see some hands. Okay, there we go. The buses will wait. Keep those hands up. If you ever fell in love, you know how that feels. You just go gaga. You just kind of go, wow, that person just, oh, my goodness. Yes. You ever fell out of love?
Oh, yeah.
A few people have done that. I've done all of those things. I've practiced living in life. If you put your hands down now, that's okay. And with that, it's like, for a long time, it felt like the person left. When I fell out of love, they took my love with them. There's a song about that somewhere, I'm sure, that just rang through my head. They take your love with me.
Yes, my joy.
Yes, and your joy. And all that stuff. Don't take my love to town. That was the song. Sorry about that. And country's on my mind today. But, the interesting thing about that I learned this, is all of that stuff I felt when I fell in love with that person, it was all inside of me. They had very little to do with it. They just I gave myself permission, because of who that person is, to allow myself to light up in love. And to feel all that love, and to get gaga and crazy, and let love overwhelm my mind and my words at times. And when they left, they didn't take it with them. I just shut it down. We have all of that within us already. And it was always within us, and we never lost it. Because love is eternal and infinite and unconditional, that is within us, and you can't not give it away, but all you could do is awaken it in someone else, and we settle into this consciousness of love that we all share. And we get to celebrate how we do that together. And we get to struggle with the places where it doesn't show up. That's next week's talk. See, because the starting place then is love. Because part of what happens is when you're in love, you forget about yourself. When you first fall in love, all you think about is the other person. Can't sleep at night because all I'm thinking about them. That's because we step away from ourselves in a sense. But in another sense, we kind of accept ourselves for all of who we are. Because we've got to fall in love with us along with that in order for that to work. We've got to love all of ourselves, all of our parts. Wait a minute. All of my parts? The part that is in charge before I have my morning coffee? Grumpy Bob, who is sometimes not very nice before coffee. That's why I drink a lot of it before I go. Because what is it? So you know what coffee does. It just masks what's going on. It doesn't really change what's inside of you. It just covers it up for a while. So coming to love that self that's within us that's grumpy. My grumpy self is there for a good reason. Because I need a certain amount of distance and quiet and space. And sometimes I don't allow myself that. I don't love that part of me enough to step back and be alone. Because, my goodness, we're alone? We're not supposed to be alone. We're gregarious creatures. And yet I know we all need a certain amount of alone time. We find the balance. And when the aloneness starts to get messed with, we get grumpy. Or we don't get enough of the togetherness with other people. We get grumpy, or we get other kinds of feelings, or we think there's something wrong with us. We have all that self-judgment. Love is about loving even the part of you that judges yourself. My inner critic. I'm supposed to love my inner critic. The one that is constantly telling me, you should have done that, and you should have done that, and why didn't you do that, and are you sure you're okay with that, and why did anybody else have that? Love them. You can't get rid of them because you put them there to start with for good reasons. Self-protection, you know? We come into the world believing, expecting the world to be a dangerous place, and we get told a lot that it is, and we get to experience things that seem like it's a dangerous place. And so we create all these parts of ourselves that can help us navigate it, and that self-critic is a really big part of it because it's just trying to protect us. You didn't get it right, but you'll get it right next time. I used to think, if I could just find all the things wrong with me, then I could fix them all and be just perfect. I'd be a little angel right here on earth. You guys could just honor and fall down at your feet in front of me and all that. No ego in that, right? None whatsoever. Gotta love the part of me, even the ego. Because ego is that part of you that stands in between you and the world and helps you navigate where it appears to be out there. There's nothing bad about it. Ernest Holmes says we got to love and embrace all parts of us, and our ego is as important as any other part of us. Part of love is loving ourselves for all of who we are, not just part of who we are. When I first left home, I grew up in the swamp in Florida, and there's a certain dialect down there. You probably hear it when I speak now, but when I first left there, I was so embarrassed by it. And I wouldn't tell anybody I was from Cross City in Dixie County. I told people I was from Tampa, because Tampa was a cut above, the southern part of, well, anyway, we won't go there. It was a lot more sophisticated in my mind, and I tried really, really, and I was in a vocal program and music, so I was really working hard to get my enunciations right and everything. So I worked really hard to change my speech, so maybe nobody could tell I was from the South, because I was embarrassed by where I came from and how people behaved. And I didn't want to be identified with any of that because I thought it was dumb, and I thought they would think I was dumb, whoever they were. And I worked on that so hard. You know what? It didn't work. You can tell, right? Didn't work. Then later on, I got to work with a mentor who was very proud of his Southern roots. In fact, he wore overalls. PhD, the whole bit. He had all the education that you could want, and he was brilliant. But he identified with his roots by wearing overalls to everything, everywhere he went. And I first of all was uncomfortable with that, and then I got okay with it. I love my roots. I love my background. I had an experience yesterday. I wasn't sure I was going to tell you this, but I will. I had an experience, and this is about me saying this to you because I want you to discover the same things. This is not about me, you look at Bob, even though there's a part of that. I want you to know there are lessons in everything. My father died at age 30. His father died at age 28. I expected to be dead at age 30. I wasn't. I'm not. But I have spent a lot of my life struggling back and forth with that part of me that believes I'm a victim of something because I missed out on both of them. And in many ways I did. But I was in a session yesterday where we were working with work from Jean Houston. If you know her work, you reach back and you bring your ancestors into your space, into your consciousness, because you are your ancestors. They're right there in your consciousness anyway. We just consciously brought them in. And I brought the two Robert A. Deens before me, and what came through that moment was the awareness they both died for causes. My grandfather died. He was working on a political situation. He was a newspaper reporter, and was following up on some graphs that was happening in South Georgia, and in the process of that, he died in a car crash. But it was never clear whether it was an accident or whether there were other people involved. They investigated all kinds of stuff, but never could prove anything. So he left. My dad died because he was so torn up by the life he had lived in World War II. He went to World War II when he was 16. He experienced stuff no human should ever have to see or experience, and it broke him. He left the planet because he couldn't live with what he was doing with that, because he was a gentle, loving, kind person who had this horror in him. He left to free his family from him. Now, it wasn't, he died of a disease, but it was a consciousness. That's what I put together. And what suddenly hit me was the two of them together gave me the gift of the energy, the life, and the vision to get out of that part of the South, where racism was the word of the day, where people were treated horribly on many cases, and where if I had stayed in it, I would have had to play the game. And yet there was a part of me that knew it wasn't my game, but it wasn't the truth, and it wasn't how I wanted to live. It was their energy of leaving that gave me the energy to leave, because I made a commitment to my father and grandfather that if I could live past 30, I would live in a way that they never had the opportunity to do. And I've done that. And I went, wow. I mean, I burst into tears when it happened, because I'm aware that there is so much of my past that I used to think was a victim thing, and yet I am who I am today as a result of it, and I'm stronger and more focused in the love that I am. That's because in the midst of whatever pain and hurt and harm you have been through, love is there. It may not feel loving, it may not have been a loving experience. It was not for me. But the love that's there is what changes us and brings us into the next phase of life. How many of us can look back at our life chapters and say, it was when I went through this horrible thing that I stepped to another level of truth and grace and goodness in life? So that love is more than just the good feel good stuff. It's the feel bad stuff, and knowing that even in that there is love. Because love, you can't get rid of it. It's always there. It's who you are. It's in your blood. It's your veins. It's your physical self. But if we could begin to look for it, I think of Helen Street. She was a wonderful science and mind teacher back. She's been gone now a long time. But she used to say, anytime you run up against something, you just stomp your foot and say, I demand to see the good in this. And she'd shake her bazooms, and she would do this whole big routine with that. I demand to see the love in this. Whatever you're getting hit with, whatever's coming your way, I demand to see the love in this. That's where our growth comes. That's where our freedom comes. Because love is what you are. Love your thoughts. Love your beliefs. Love your feelings. Love your attitudes. Yeah, love those. Because until we do that, we can only love our neighbors as ourselves. So if we don't love ourselves very much, we're not going to love our neighbors very well. I'm very judgmental about some of my neighbors, the ones that are farther away for sure. But that's because I'm so judgmental myself about some things. I always got to get it right. So when they're not getting it right, it gets us. So what do we do? Next week, we're going to talk about the coach to everywhere, where we're going to talk about, what time is it? Ooh, I got to wrap up here soon. The coach to everywhere is an ancient Upanishad idea that considers ourselves as being the coach that's moving through life. And we have that divine spark within us, that divine, beautiful, perfect self that we are. And then we have all our little passengers that are riding in the coach with us, you know, like our critic and like our injured, wounded child. I have an inner child who's sweet and gentle and was hurt and whatever. I also have an inner brat that's a real troublemaker. So, you know, all these inner parts, all these parts of us, they're all in the coach with us. And Spirit is guiding. We have Spirit telling the driver where to go. And the coach idea is the driver is sitting up on the front. And you know what horses are pulling the coach? Emotions. Think about when you're driving your car. What's out front? The motor. Emotions. You ever have somebody put out in front of you and you find out what your emotions are? Yeah. Or I was coming down the road, the highway out here yesterday, and there was this car in the middle lane in front of me that just putzing along really slow. My first thought was, get out of my way. My second thought was, I wonder who that is and how frightened they must be. Because that's a scary highway. You got the lanes go different directions, different times of day. All these different signs you got to watch, not only the red lights, but which light is green and which, So I thought, and sure enough, when I gently passed them, it was just this sweet-looking little lady you could barely see over the steering wheel. And I thought, yeah, she's doing what she needs to do to take care of herself. And I love her for it. I don't want people who don't have fast reflexes driving fast. Thank you very much. We need to slow down, folks, those of us in my age group. So, whatever we're doing, find the love that's there and be it. So we'll talk more about the coach, because the coach is a lot about how we do that interaction with other people, and we'll do all that next week. We'll also do a workshop afterwards where we're going to go into it in real depth. So be here for that. Be here for that. It won't be recorded, but the address, you'll find us. We're here. So in closing, I need to wrap this up. So here's your assignment. Find a small thing this week that you can do, that you can commit to do, that will make each day deepen a little or shift your relationship to love. Just a little thing. It might be choose to take a breath of gratitude before you react to a challenging conversation or news media that you watched. Or maybe you decide to offer yourself a moment of gentle self-compassion when you make a mistake. How would that be? If you just stopped and took a breath and went, I love you, Bob. I love you, Sarah. I love you, George. I love you, whoever I am. You're okay. Ernest Holmes says there are no mistakes. We'll unpack that another time. Yeah. Your assignment is to do something gentle. It might be as simple as truly listening without judgment to someone else. Or just to recognize a bit of grace during a difficult day. I was whining to somebody at one point about, how hard my life has been. You know this? That's the codependent salute. That's the handshake. So, anyway, sidetracked myself. But I was whining and complaining about them, and they said, and look how good your life is anyway. That was not what I wanted to hear. But it was a moment of grace. Giving yourself permission to be. So that's your assignment this week. Give yourself grace. Give yourself moments. Take a breath when things feel overwhelmed, like we did at the beginning. And as we are beginning to close out now, I want to invite you to breathe with me again. Nice breath in, and as you breathe in, love is in your mind. Say it. As you breathe out, I am. As you breathe in, love is. I am. is, I am. And in this place and in this knowing, we recognize that we are living in a universe that by its very nature is created of the one thing that is, and that is God, that is love. As I breathe in love. As I breathe out love, filtered through my idea of life. And as I bring the best of me to my day, to my week, to my year, I bring love to those things within me which are waiting to be healed, are waiting to be recognized. I bring love knowing that love is the answer. And love can heal within me anything that is unhealed, anything that feels broken and unfinished. Old griefs, past relationships, current relationships. As I breathe love in and breathe love out, I recognize that finally and truthfully, because of love, because of its unconditional nature, I am all okay. I choose this week, this day, this moment to love myself as I am. Because that's how God sees me and knows me. Who am I to disagree with God? Yeah. So knowing that, with ease, with grace, with joy, with gratitude, I release this treatment, I release these words, knowing it is complete for today, it is done, and so it is. Thank you. Mhm.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy, we let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace, we let the peace wash over us. We let it be. And we're back to love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let it be. Yeah.
Thank you. That was so beautiful. It's now time for our conscious giving. We give from our fullness, knowing that there is always more than enough. Someone from the Core Council will be passing baskets around in the room. There are several ways you can give online. You can go to our website, ahavacenter.net, and click on the Give tab. Or you can text the word GIVE to 859-209-6996. Or you can mail your gift to 168 Burt Road, Lexington, Kentucky 40503. So we have an offering affirmation. There we go. Repeat after me. Divine love as me. Divine love as me. Blesses and multiplies all that I have. Blesses and multiplies all that I have. All that I give. All that I give. And all that I received. And all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava. Knowing that it returns to me, multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 grateful.
And we are grateful for you too this morning. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful singing and music. So we have some happenings at Ahava. We've always got something going on. Right now we are looking for a couple of volunteers for the tech team to occasionally run the camera and the slides and learn the soundboard. I say occasionally, don't be terrified. It's just, once in a while, somebody will help you through that. Dr. Bob will be back, of course, next week. He'll be here all week. He'll be back next Sunday holding a workshop after service entitled Healing the Fear That Binds Us. It will focus on identifying and healing the inner passengers he was talking about in his sermon that we carry with us that influence who we think we are. So mark your calendars and plan to attend this. It'll be right after service next Sunday. I'm not going to miss it, so I hope to see you there. We have a Gourmets for God in the works. Details to come. Somebody told me it might have something to do with music, so think about that. And also be thinking about hosting a Gourmets for God yourself. Just come up with a theme, an idea, something fun that you'll enjoy doing with other people. It can be in your home. It can be here. We've got lots of space in our community room. It can be in a park. It can be anywhere you want it to be. But it's a wonderful community building thing, and we get to know each other a little deeper and raise a little money for Ahava. So Rev Jenna will be with us after the service, offering prayer in our lovely private, comfortable room back there, little area back there. I have received prayer from Rev Jenna, and I highly encourage it. And now for our benediction, if you'll repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my love.
Life is in my love.
Life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I accept it.
I
I am it.
I am it,
And I share it.
and I share it.
Just the way it appears,
Just the way it appears,
and just the way it appears not.
just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Are we ready? I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. No, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes. You guys sound awesome.